Hello Jennies and Lannerman, welcome back to another video on this channel. We're back with another recent pickups video. Obviously we're not doing a full unboxing, I'm just going to showcase some items. I must say this will be a two-parter because in the last month I've had about 60 kilograms of items come, which you can obviously find in the spreadsheet down below. The website is still in the works. I know, it's taking a bit, don't worry about it. I've just been too busy and yeah, it's just been a whole thing. But items down below in the spreadsheet, and I must say these are some of my favorite hauls of all time. I think I've got some of the coolest looking items here. Also I will be doing try-ons in this video. Some of these items are literally just unboxed before recording this for the TikTok, so I don't even know what they fit like. All of the item pricing and sizing info will be showcased on screen as well. So yeah, I don't really want to waste too much of your time. This will be a two-part as I mentioned, so 2 weeks in a row you're going to have like a ACBuy pickups video, which is cool. It's going to be separated into categories again, so accessories, shoes, tops, bottoms and jackets. I guess we're going to start this video off with jackets just because it's winter season and that makes the most sense, so let's just get straight into it. Up first we have basically two jackets that I've mixed and matched, and this is of course the Supreme North Face split jacket. You guys know this collaboration. It dropped I think a year or two ago at this point. I've got the teddy bear behind me from this collab. However, I did buy two jackets, so I bought the black and the cream and white, and now I've just mixed and matched them. So I have basically 3 different color combinations possible that I can wear, or more. I don't even want to do the math right now. You get the gist. I've mixed the black and white here, the purple and black here, and obviously you can have the purple and cream as well. Super cool piece. If you buy 2 jackets, you basically get 3. I will be wearing this skiing. I think this is such a nice, detailed, interesting piece, and obviously Supreme North Face is goated, which I think goes without saying. I think that's common sense at this point on this channel. The details on this are surprisingly good, and the inside monogram is there as you could expect. Obviously you do have the zip going across the back of the body too. This might be one of my most satisfying purchases as of late. There is a nice material lined on the zipper inside, so it won't like scratch you or anything along those lines. Really cool piece, super well made as well. Up next we have this PandaBuy throwback jacket. If you guys are in this community for a while, you remember when this was one of the most popular pieces on Reddit, in black and obviously in this wine red colorway. It's just like a nice work jacket. Basically instead of Carhartt you get this, and it's stussy obviously, so slightly more interesting. It's not the warmest thing ever, but it is a nice quilted material on the inside. Once again, this is a huge throwback to the glory days of this community when PandaBuy was around. Everyone had this jacket, pretty much everyone, so I just had to rebuy it. It's the same batch as always. It's just such a goated piece, and I think the colorway is also really nice. Up next we have this digital camo Thug Club jacket with the metal logo on the right here shoulder as well as on the back, and there is honestly some really cool details on this. The zip is this really nice high quality metal. There are nice high quality buttons on the sleeves as well. You've got the Thug Club patch on the sleeve, and obviously from what you're seeing I probably could have gotten a size up with this. It's quite a tight cropped fit, and I'm not wearing a hoodie underneath, so wearing a hoodie underneath this would be absolutely killer, but I'm happy with how it fits, and it's an extremely warm jacket. This is genuinely probably one of the warmer jackets I own, and also it looks really cool, so no complaints from that. Up next is this denim Supreme bandana or cashew jacket I guess from Tiger with this fur lined hood. I actually think it looks really good, although it is a bit of a old school piece I guess you could say. This isn't something most people would wear nowadays. I still think I'm gonna rock the fuck out of this for winter. It is just a nice aesthetically pleasing looking piece. You know, it's Supreme, so what else could you want? This is from Tiger I believe, and I think it was quite expensive, but it does feel good in hand, so maybe for one of the few times Tiger's pricing actually is fair. So maybe this is one of the few times we're overpaying and getting something expensive from Tiger is actually a good idea. That's actually it for the jackets, so I'm not going to move on to the tops because I feel like that's the easiest segue to do from jackets. Up first is this number 9 zip up hoodie, which as you can see is quite slim fitting and looks a bit awkward on me, from Made by Swag with the skull patch here and here. Obviously zip up with some slight distressing around the body and no pockets. Maybe I'm just slightly too thick right now to be wearing this hoodie and I don't feel too comfortable in it, but it's not the worst thing ever either, so bit on the fence about this. The distressing of course also adds some character to this piece, and it is number 9 at the end of the day. It has a really nice thermal like inside material, like kind of like a waffle knit, and also it's got a very big hood, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you can, yeah, you know what I mean. Up next is this ERD sweater, which is like a cashmere wool blend, kind of a slightly itchy material with a really low neckline as well, which I've not really the biggest fan of here. This is a item from K8 I believe, and I think it was about 400 yuan. Obviously you'll see the price on screen. I think it fits quite nice, to be fair. It's got a weird short body but really long sleeves, so I think that's typical with ERD at this point. You know, they just like weird sizing for clothing. I don't hate it, and I'll definitely be wearing it over winter because it's like a winter piece, but yeah, it's just here you go. This is a bit of another PandaBuy throwback piece. It is the Supreme CDG sweater. I did actually pick this up on See and Fair, if you guys remember what that was back in the day, but this is a size medium, so it's more my size, and it is a batch from I believe Dragon. I don't think it's perfect with the print here on the front, but it looks good enough for me to the point where I'm not gonna care, and I also just like how this material looks and how it feels. It's a nice warm sweater. The sizing is definitely a lot better than what I had Fair badge, and I'm a lot more happier with this as well. We do have another sweater, and this is like a cashmere material as well. I must say, I think the sizing on this is a bit too big on me. Just think it looks like I stole someone's sweater, especially with this colorway. It looks like I stole like if I had a really fat grandma and I stole her sweater, I think this is what it would look like. Maybe if I could shrink it a little bit in the wash without ruining it too much, I think I might be able to wear this a lot better. But I've got quite wide pants on right now, also from Mutima, from the same seller, and I just think this sweater is a bit too big. So maybe a bit of an L, but I think I can make it work. I'm not sure. Also, the material on this is just really good, and the detail, this embroidery here looks really nice and classy. So it is a nice piece all in all. Up next is this ERD long sleeve, which I think actually fits perfectly all in all. Really nicely to showcase my belt. Obviously, I'm wearing these pants a bit low-waisted, but showcases my belt perfectly. Obviously, I'm not flashing everyone either. It's got a nice clean print, a nice wide neckline, so you can kind of showcase if you've got any jewelry or just your traps, if you're someone that has nice traps. And the back isn't too cropped either. Honestly, might be one of my best fitting pieces. This looks like it was kind of tailored to me, so that's a huge W if anything. Obviously, this needs a bit of an iron, but this is a Union Kingdom button-up shirt, which I think once again fits pretty good on me. If I had a tee underneath this, I could unbutton it and just wear it as like a layer. Looks really good. I would iron it, however, and also I did get like 3 or 4 different colorways of this, so I'm not going to showcase every single one on me. But yeah, fits really nice actually. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Didn't expect it to be literally this perfect with where it ends as well. So that's 2 dubs in a row, and it's also the first time I'm trying it on, so that's why I'm so surprised. But yeah, really nice Union Kingdom piece, and it's super nice, high quality. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this feels great, and for the price, I cannot complain. Up next is this Chrome Hearts long sleeve, which I could probably size up with, but I don't actually think it fits bad either. Like, it's a bit of a tighter fit, and the sleeves are maybe a bit slim for my arms, because I've got massive arms, obviously. Got a nice bit of embroidery here on the sleeve, and obviously the sleeve's got a print, as you would expect, and the back and the front as well. I've got this same print in a thermal waffle knit that I'll be showcasing in a sec as well. But yeah, it's just a nice overall piece, and I have pretty much no complaints with this. So far, we're actually looking pretty good with this sizing on these items. Up next is the Schutzer button-up, which I believe I bought on sale, with this camel traveler embroidery on the front and absolutely nothing else body. And once again, I think this is actually a very well-fitting piece. Like, I think this button-up looks really good. Genuinely nothing negative to say. I think with a pair of jorts, some it will look good. You could argue it's maybe a bit too long, and it would look a bit funny if I didn't have baggy pants, but tailoring this would not be an issue by any means, and it is just a nice high quality with some, honestly, really good embroidery. I have no complaints in regards to that either. This is the pink Chrome Hearts thermal that I was talking about, and as you can see, it's literally the same print with just a different complete material, and also with a slightly looser, maybe even better fit, or maybe it's worse. I don't know. I feel like you guys are always the best to tell me how you think these items fit, because I'm biased towards myself, obviously. Do have the embroidery on the other sleeve on this one, which I just realized, which is strange. But yeah, it's this thermal waffle knit material, and this is a really nice piece as well. Hopefully it's available, because I know these sell out quite quickly. As I did mention, I do also have a different colorway of the Union Kingdom button up. Same thing, different color. Up next, we have this West Coast Choppers flannel, which I only ordered because of Fast and Furious, and it has really weirdly short sleeves. I don't know why. The buttons I do like though, and overall the construction and look of this flannel is cool. However, it seems like the only way I can realistically wear this is with my sleeves rolled up, because otherwise I look like I stole someone's clothing once again. However, I think now I just look too much like a farmer. Obviously, you can wear this as a laying piece, put a white tee underneath, have this on top. It will go a long way. I still like this piece, even though the sleeves are too long. I will be definitely keeping it and wearing it. We do have another thermal waffle knit, and I've got way more in this video, so just stick around for that. This is the one that I ordered in the last video, which I said was too long, but I liked the fit of. As you can see, different size, and this one fits absolutely amazing. I did end up giving the last 2 away to my friends, so now I guess we can be matching. But it is the Chrome Hearts with the really subtle branding here. I don't know if you can even see this on the camera. Yeah, there you go. Super cool piece, really nice and warm, thick material, and it wasn't expensive either. The seller's a bit of an idiot though. I tried to order 2 of these in a different size, the black and the white, and he only sent the black. So good luck with, you know, figuring out how to talk to the guy. But this is a really nice high quality piece, and it fits super well as well. We have another button up from Union Kingdom, and this one is obviously a complete different colorway and a complete different look. It doesn't have that checkered board, kind of checkered, I guess I could just say, print. It is like striped design, which kind of gives me like a pajama vibe, or maybe like a sailor vibe. I don't know how to feel about it too much. I'll see how it looks on video. Once again, obviously unbutton it, put a white tee underneath, nice layered fit. I believe this is another piece from K8, just like that sweater from earlier. And this is an ERD tee with absolutely nothing on the back, print on the front. Bit of like a ripped off sleeves farmer fit once again, and a mustard colorway. Really interesting fit with the sleeves ending quite high up, and you can obviously showcase your arms if you've got nice physique. I think I actually do like how this fits. Didn't think I'd be that much of a fan, but this actually fits quite nice, and I see myself wearing this, especially because it's not too long either. My as you can see, pants are here. Pretty cool actually, pretty cool. Up next, we have another Chrome Hearts thermal. This one actually doesn't fit that well. I think it's a bit of an awkward fit. Like, I don't know, it just looks like it's not supposed to be worn on a human body. Obviously, the sleeves shoes are weirdly tight on my forearm and then they're loose around my wrist. So I guess this is intended for a twink and not for someone that trains at least once a week. You do have embroidery on the back here. It says Chrome Hearts fuck you, which is cool. And you do also have the dagger on the right arm as well. Overall, a cool piece and a nice thermal material, thermal waffle knit material, whatever you want to call it. But all in all, the fit is just a bit weird for me. I don't know. That being said, I do have the same piece in black, I think from a different seller. And once again, it is a bit of an awkward fit. I don't like the sleeves, man. They're too loose on the wrist and too tight on the forearm. It just doesn't make any sense. Obviously, my Garmin, because obviously I'm such an active person, is poking out right now because it's just a weird fit. However, I think the black one fits better than the white, maybe just because I prefer myself in black clothing as well. Once again, same details, embroidery here and on the bottom here where it says Chrome Hearts fuck you. I hope you guys can see this and I'm not just making a fool of myself. Yeah. Up next, another waffle or thermal knit, obviously, and this is the Schutzer one in white, which I've unboxed before, but my auntie shrunk in the wash, so I had to buy it again because no other option. And I like how this one fits, although I don't remember it fitting this long, so maybe the sizing has changed. And obviously be careful washing it because it might shrink. My green one hasn't, so 30 degrees is good to go. But yeah, just a nice another waffle thermal knit, which I know there's like 10 of in this video already, but you'll live, guys, you'll live. Now, last but definitely not least by any means for this video, in the top section or category is this Supreme Nike long sleeve polo, I guess, long sleeve collared shirt, whatever you want to call it, with some nice embroidery on the chest, a big embroidery on the back, some world famous embroidery on the sleeve here because obviously Supreme world famous, and obviously on the back of the collar there's some embroidery as well. Really cool piece. I got this off of Janu and I do actually like how it fits. I don't have anything similar to this style, but I think it looks good. And yeah, obviously a bit of a different aesthetic, mixing Supreme with some unbranded button ups, Chrome Hearts thermals. You know, we like to mix and match. That's actually it for the top section. Now we're going to get onto the bottoms, after which we're going to do the shoes and then last but not least the accessories. First up in today's video is this pair of corduroy ERD pants, which I must say I'm very impressed and surprised that these fit on my ass. They do have a nice patch with Japanese text on the front here, and the whole structure, as I mentioned, is corduroy. So the material made for these is corduroy. Really nice, really surprisingly fitting on me. Corduroy pants. I don't have anything like this, so this is a first for me. And yeah, I'm definitely going to put these in my rotation just because they're cool. Up next is this raw salvage pair of denims from an independent Chinese brand called Auckland Studios with some nice contrast stitching on the front here. I got some raw denims recently, so I don't know why I got these again. They fit quite similar to the Acne ones I got as well, so not sure what that's about, but this should be a higher quality denim because, as I said, this is an independent Chinese brand, so their main focus is quality, not branding or accuracy to retail, because this is retail. Still, a really cool pair of pants, and they'll definitely look a lot better with shoes on, obviously with socks. It's nothing to write home about. A really nice high quality pair of pants nonetheless. Up next we have a pair of jorts that I was wearing religiously during summer, and this is a pair of Supreme jorts from Tiger. Now the reason I had to get these again is because I had a different phone case which was metal, and it made a hole in this pocket here, whereas now I don't have that. Obviously these jorts are amazing. I love the fit on them. The length of them is perfect in my opinion. Also, these pockets are really nice and wide. You can fit a bottle of Soplita vodka in each one of these pockets, and that was basically my party trick for the whole of summer. I was just walking around telling people to touch me, and they would feel a strong hard metal bottle on the back and something else hard on the front as a result. So really like these shorts. I have no complaints in regards to them. Probably top 5 pieces of all time. Up next, the Schutzer flower embroidery contrast stitch jeans, which I would say actually are maybe a bit too big. These are without a belt right now, drooping on my bum quite a bit, but they look great. I love the fit on these. The overall just look, the embroidery, everything about these is sick. Huge fan of this piece and all the other Schutzer. I really have nothing to complain about. Details are all there. You got the cool leather patch on the back here in black, as you can see, and I mean the embroidery is really what the main thing is. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. But on the front, as you could expect, I don't know how else expect jeans to look, but yeah, super cool piece. We reckon they'll stack really nicely with some shoes, maybe even the black Tims that I showcased. Staying under the Schutzer hype train, I guess, we have this really cool pair of salvage denims in black embroidered contrast stitch jorts, which are very long, very big, very loose on my waist as well. As you can see, a belt is required with some really cool embroidery here. Very Arabic vibe. I'm not sure what it says or what it means, but I'm a fan. Obviously a little leather detail here in the branding with the contrast stitch and button on the front. Super cool pair of jorts as well. Definitely something I'm going to look forward to wearing next summer. Hopefully not going to be too loose by then because I'm planning losing a couple pounds. To be honest, these socks make me look homeless because they're like the Yeezy season something socks, so they should be cool. And last but not least, once again from the Schutzer, are these light faded wash denims with embroidery on both pockets, these images, paintings, drawings, whatever you want to call them, with once again, as I said, this nice faded wash on both knees as well as on the back and on the pockets and the front. Just overall a really well made piece. The denim feels great, high quality and soft. It doesn't feel like rough on my skin. The embroidery doesn't irritate my skin either, just in case you were wondering. And this is a really cool pair of pants. I generally no complaints towards any of the jeans in this video, which is surprising because that doesn't happen often. And yeah, given how many pairs there was, that is honestly a good result. And that's it actually for the pants. So obviously let's get on to the next category. First up for the shoes, as you can see, it's a pair from NIE, and there's actually 2 of the same pair that I've got in this in colorways. These are the Balenciaga Speed Cats. So obviously it's the Pumas, but Balenciaga, which makes them 10 times better, obviously, because why wouldn't they be? Now, these are based off of driving shoes, I believe, so these are going to be really nice, flat-soled, flat-footed for some nice, interesting driving, I guess. I think this is the best batch. Don't quote me on that, though. And we do, of course, also have this in black, as I've mentioned, 2 different colorways. I believe there's also like a red pair, looks sick, maybe other ones, but I think black and white are the easiest to wear. Yeah, these are a really cool shoe, really low profile, very hard to wear with baggy jeans because you're going to step all over them, so be careful with that. Up next for the shoes, we've got a winter classic. Obviously, a pair of suede Timberlands in the wheat colorway. These are a staple for this season, for the cold winter weather. These are waterproof with a really nice suede material. These are ACBuy as well, and they look absolutely amazing if you ask me. I did actually end up picking up 2 pairs of these, one for me, one for my friend, and I think they just look fantastic. Super nice padding as well, and as I said, this is a waterproof material. I don't think there's a better batch of these. ACBuy, definitely can recommend just right off the bat. I haven't worn them yet. I know what these are like, and these are going to be good. Up next, we have a pair of Supremes, and these are they 95s? The Supreme collaboration with the Supreme branding on the side here in a complete full leather build with the Supreme New York on the tongue as well. Really nice, clean pair of black shoes, and I think these will be fire for winter to break them up a bit. They're going to get scuffed quite a bit, but I think shoes like these for winter are the best. Look at that detail here as well. You get Italy shape. I'm going to probably take this off and put on my keys if anything. I don't see why you would keep it on the shoe. Kind of pointless, but really nice pair of black leather shoes. I think they look classy and sporty at the same time. Up next, we have a pair of Ricks, which is actually a replacement for a pair that I already owned, and these are the low Vans. I had this pair already from this exact same seller, 2-pack. I had an accident on a moped, like a scooter, and I scuffed the shit out of them. I also have a scar, but the more important thing is that I wasted my Ricks, so I had to get a replacement pair. I have very good memories because of these shoes. The first time I went to China last year, I had the majority of the trip as well, so love these shoes. Here's something you guys haven't seen on this channel since I had a girlfriend, so not on this channel, that's the last channel, 2 years ago. We have a pair of Uggs, but these are actually Palace broidered collaboration Uggs, so they're for me, obviously, slippers. I don't know if I'm gonna be wearing these, but these are super cool. Something different, you know? It's not something I'd usually wear, but I do actually think these in particular look really nice and quite an individual pair of slippers. And they're also very nice and fluffy on the inside. I already tried these on. I can recommend. I think it's the best batch, but they're still not perfect. And last, but the best on the shoes category is this huge box, which inside has this pair of Helia and Mill hiking boots. Just look at the details on this. This huge carabiner on the back, fully functional carabiner, and it feels really heavy duty as well. Lacing wrapped around the entire shoe. Insane details on the front with these rivet kind of details holding the laces. Nice fat tongue with some detailing on as well. The sole is a Vibram sole, or Vibram, I think sounds better. And obviously you've got this little leather patch here protecting the laces on the bottom. And really interesting pair of shoes. And not only is it interesting, it's also quite expensive. I think this was like $50. However, just look at the details of this bad boy. This is insane. Yeah, I don't think there's anything quite like this that you could buy for a similar price. That's actually it for the shoes. So we've gone through all the categories other than accessories. Don't have many accessories to show you guys today, but I do have a couple cool ones. As you can see, I've got 4 boxes here. This is all Rimowa. Starting us off with this black Rimowa phone case that I've already got on my phone here. You can see I've got the orange 17 and the black phone case, which I think looks really nice. The contrast is great. However, I did also get the plastic orange one, which is actually a fantasy piece, I believe, but still looks really cool. I don't think it looks as good on the phone. I think the contrast makes all the difference. I did also get very, you know, typical standard Rimowa branded aluminum metal one. So that was a lot of words. That was so mouth. You get what I mean. The basic classic one. However, this is actually for the 17 Pro and not the Pro Max, so I can't put it on my phone. So a bit of an L there. Blame the seller, not me, please. And yeah, just standard silicone on the side with a metal on the back. I did from the same seller also get this Rimowa card holder, which I'm not going to say is the best quality because this was a pretty budget badge. There are better ones out there for the silver colorway, but I think this for what it is quite good, and it is also real metal, as you can hear, and it says made in Italy, the Rimowa logo there, just for a couple cards, and it's got a nice hinge mechanism, I guess you could say, with some Rimowa branding there. And that's actually it for today. Now, I know a lot of items, a lot of really cool items. I'm really happy with how this haul turned out. I think there's some really cool pieces here. Some basics for the tops, some really cool jackets, shoes that I haven't seen anything similar to in the past. I think this is probably one of my better hauls. Obviously, the jeans with all the embroidery and all that stuff, great as well. The corduroy pants. Yeah, it's just all in all, I think this was one of my better hauls. Let me know what you guys thought. If you're looking for any of these pieces, obviously you can check out my spreadsheet down below. There is a lot of stuff there, not only this stuff from this video, but many other things. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, my TikTok, join the Discord server, and also have a nice day, guys. Peace out.